Hello, I'm the CommanderZander. I remember it so the distinguished critic doesn't have to. And neither should you. If you're ever looking for the closest thing towards a Family Guy movie, then Ted is probably going to be your option for you. It's the story of a rambunctious bear, not named Winnie the Pooh, that likes to cause nothing but havoc, and is voiced by a familiar voice of voices that voices your voice. Along with, what's his nuts, Bueller. Well, not Bueller. You know who I'm talking about, the Bostonian from, the other guy. That douchebag. Also happens to be in Daddy's Home. At any rate. It's also got Mila Kunis as well. So this is the closest thing that you'll get to a Family Guy movie. So, let's delve into Ted. Credit for the movie does go to Universal. And no, this is not for monetary purposes. This is strictly for review. Oh, and I mentioned Patrick Stewart was in this movie too. He plays the narrator. But we begin on this.
In 1985, in a town just outside.
Would you like to do the review for me, Mr. Patrick Stewart? Because you're doing a wonderful job interrupting me!
All the children were in high spirits. That special time.
That is one isolated house in that part of the woods. Okay, that's really nice. That's like really, really, really nice of you. Yeah, miss on the kid because he's doing nothing wrong to cause your attention.
Has a tough time making friends.
Hey guys, can I play? Get out of here, Bennett. Get lost, Bennett. Get out of here, Bennett. Yeah, Bennett, get lost.
Wow, even the kid that's getting picked on is telling him to go away.
With all his heart,
What is wrong with you kids?
friend that he could call.
What did he do to cause this?
Found that friend
I guess we'll never know.
would never let him go.
So while he watches kids make snowmen, yes, this is gonna be a Jack Frost type movie.
All the children were opening their gifts with holiday.
Oh good, a kid gets a Cabbage Patch Kid. Oh boy, a Nintendo! Oh boy, action figures! Cause I would be jumping for joy when I would get action figures. And what is Benny get? A bear.
Thunder can't get us, right?
And what just so happened with this fucking bear? He wishes upon a star and hopes that Ted will come to life so that way he can be his playmate. This is the next morning, and trust me, this would be just about any average kid's reaction when he sees, first of all, the teddy bear is gone.
Teddy?
But secondly, and most importantly, where did he go?
Teddy?
Wait, it's like a fucking game of Where's Waldo.
Hug me. You're my best friend, John. Did you?
Yeah, that would be my reaction too when a weird talking bear would respond to me.
Yeah.
He's voiced by some...
Here I am. You mean?
Well, I wouldn't assume it's a kid. It just sounds like a kid. Eventually, he and What's-His-Nuts grow up and become best buddies. And Bennett dates Mila Kunis. And they build a house and they have a wonderful life. And Ted grows up too. And oh, by the way, did I mention the voice of the voice that he is? Yeah, it's Seth MacFarlane. If you hadn't figured it out yet, because I mentioned Family Guy
A
Reunion.
little more responsible tomorrow. I will, sir, I promise.
Bennett works at some
What?
fidelity type company.
So,
This is his boss.
Tom Skinner.
Notice the bond that the boss and the employees having. A nice conversation. You do better.
Rental agreement.
Oh, did I say fidelity? I meant Liberty Rent-A-Car. Is evidence right there. Oh yeah, it's Patrick Warburton. His name is... You might actually find this hard to believe. Guy.
Guy, you look like shit.
Really? Because I think his nickname should be We're the Devils!
Someone at 3:15 asking them to beat me up. And then at 4:30 I texted the same...
Bennett having a nice conversation with Guy. Bennett, Guy, Bennett.
4 years we've been going out. I'm taking you to the best place in town.
It's their 4-year anniversary of being boyfriend and girlfriend. That's right. They haven't tied the knot. 4 years and you still haven't tied the knot? It's Mila fucking Kunis! How could you not be tying that? Oh, because it's what's his nuts. That's fucking why. It's not like it's Will Ferrell or Ashton Kutcher. I'm sure Kelso would like this a whole lot. But just when they're planning their romantic, wonderful dinner and they're having a nice, wonderful time and they're about to do it, what interrupts it? A thunderstorm. Yeah, that would be my reaction too when a 35-year-old who hasn't even married her yet is still as scared of a little thunderstorm. But it does cue one of the more iconic songs of this movie.
5 years old.
Enter Ted.
I am not. Thunder Buddies for life, right, Johnny?
Alright, kiddies, I want you to grab your Thunder Buddy and sing the following song with me. Thunder Buddies for life! Let's do it!
Can I? All right, come on, let's sing the thunder song. All right. When you hear the sound of thunder, don't you get too scared. Just grab your Thunder Buddy and say these magic words. Fuck you, thunder, you can suck my dick. You can't get me thunder, cause you're just God's fudge.
Ta-da! Question mark. Mila Kunis' job requires her to be, well, your typical secretary, whatnot. Yeah, guess who is her boss? Mr. Douchebag from the Web Soup that Tosh.0 ultimately ripped on. And a lot of other people.
We dove the shit out of that pool that year.
You promised me this was about.
He's showing a photo of a diving team. Why?
But Lori, I need to see you in my office.
He has like a thing for Mila Kunis.
No, this is work, I swear.
Quite frankly, everyone has a thing for Mila Kunis.
Look, thank you. He's such an asshole. Out of control. Such a sleaze.
$100 says he's showing her the diving team photo.
Well, somebody just won their $100. Moving on.
A shit on my floor.
They're coming home from their romantic dinner, and what does Mila Kunis find? Oh yeah, Ted decides to get four, count 'em, 4 hookers, and one of them manages to make a little mess on the floor. I won't go into any further detail because there shouldn't be any further details.
There's shit on my floor.
Well, or is the floor...
You know, I'm guessing they might have drugged Mila Kunis and obsessed her with this script and said, okay, this is the part that you're reading, and sucked her into this movie. Because what the hell is she doing in this movie? I feel bad for her.
What's going on? Is that a shit?
No, shit. Sorry to use the pun there. We then whip on a Santa Claus scene because if you remember from the Santa Claus, they took a trip to the aquarium and had a heart-on-heart chat about their lives. In this case, it's the Family Guy music in the background.
Oh, look at that one. Watch me.
Bennett wants to get rid of Ted because he wants to move on with his life. But Ted doesn't want to. But Ted has to. And he's forced to get a job. And guess who he... Oh my god. I don't even want to go there. Let me guess. He was trying to impress the cashier. Spoiler alert, they go out on a date.
It'll be alright. I actually...
Oh, and you're not gonna believe his fucking boss, too! The one at the grocery store, not this one. Yeah. Unbelievably, this boss is absolutely insane. Not this one. Not. Definitely not this one. Yeah, let me just fill you in on this. So, he does it with... And by he, I mean Ted, does it with an employee. In most cases, immediate termination. But this boss...
Today I was saying how great Laurie's hair.
gives him a fucking promotion. And yes, as I mentioned, these two go out on a fucking date. In fact, it's a double date. Notice how the two females act classy while Bennett decides to wear, oh, I'm a douchebag, I'm wearing a nice casual shirt, jeans, and a fancy restaurant.
It's not what you meant at all, right? Look,
And Ted is bare, no pun intended, naked!
So I'm always interested in meeting the lady that can snatch him up.
Did you just call me a whore?
Just worry about your own snatch. How about that, honey?
Whoa, hey, what the hell happened? We're having a friendly meal here.
this was a nice evening.
Don't talk shit to me.
I just asked you a question.
Yeah, and she's going up because that's how they roll in this life. Apparently. Oh yeah, did I mention there's some creepy stalker that's going after Ted? I don't know why. It's just weird as fuck. So yeah, there's that.
This is open, for God's sakes.
Yeah, this is the boss I was referring to. Yeah, he notices the two of them doing it in there. I wanted to give you visual evidence as proof, so that I'm telling you that I'm the truth. So he sees him.
Stick your finger in the loop of my tag.
What the hell?
Co-worker on top of the produce that we sell to the public.
Yeah, what the fuck? Most employees in that situation, up, you're fired. Immediate termination. This guy,
I'm promoting you.
he fucking promotes him. So you're telling me Playboy can do it with any of his playmates in the goddamn mansion, and he's gonna get instantly promoted to Channel Awesome? That's basically what it is. This guy is the worst fucking part. He should be in horrible bosses because he's a bad influence on these employees. Oh, you do it in the lounge? Oh, guess what? You're getting a promotion.
Hello?
I can do it with any hooker and I get a promotion. I mean, that's basically what this boss is. What kind of a sick, twisted story is this? Speaking of sick and twisted, there's the stalker, but we're moving on.
Listen, man, this is serious.
This is a casual party, and again, nice dress attire. You wonder why you're barely hanging on by a limb.
I'm gonna have sex with your girlfriend.
Oh, and meanwhile, you're wondering why he's bailing out at such a premier party. And does it in the style that you're going to figure it out rather quickly, but I'm going to tell you anyways. Here he is. Oh, he does it so super quickly, too. Yeah, you are never going to believe who he encountered. Fucking Flash Gordon! You leave a formal party. You're like on thin ice with your girlfriend, and you bail her out so you can see Flash fucking Gordon at Ted's new apartment? You're like the worst boyfriend in the history of boyfriends. Again, how did Mila Kunis get sucked into this? I feel bad for her. I would have dumped him like years ago. Seriously, this is a 35-year-old that is still playing with his teddy bear. And is acting like a goddamn fucking 8-year-old. It's like there's an 8-year-old trapped in this guy's body.
Do it. Good to meet you.
This is like the closest thing to a 40-year-old virgin sequel.
He acknowledged it. Let's do some shots.
With you?
Oh my God.
Yes, oh my God, yes.
Totally, yes. Let's go.
So, as you would probably imagine, instead of, trying to impress the girlfriend, he bails out like a douchebag and parties it out with Flash Gordon. I think you all could probably figure out where this is going.
Oh, you guys seem pretty cool.
After a wild and obnoxious night that will rival that of The Hangover, which apparently involves Ted making out with his new girlfriend, and yeah, shots after shots after shots, and yeah, he gonna lose his girlfriend. You kinda figured that's gonna happen when you're going out with Flash Gordon and a stuffed bear! Instead of, trying to stay and impress your girlfriend and let her know that you truly mean that you two should be together? Yeah, you're doing a wonderful job! So, of course, she dumps him, thank God, and we can finally move on with our lives, except, one problem. There's still 40 minutes left in the movie! And we forgot about the stalker. There's a vital role he plays at the end. So, of course, Mr. Douchebag boss of Mila Kunis takes this as a golden opportunity to swing her from the grasp of depression and decide to go on a once-in-a-lifetime date. And try to prove that he's not a douchebag.
Trying to give it CPI, it died.
Bennett is reduced to a hotel room. He runs into Ted. And nothing of importance there. As we move on.
He said, no, he was going to stay there with you. And I twisted his arm, Laurie.
Ted tries to convince Mila Kunis, hey, he was trying to impress you, but Mr. Dumbass Teddy Bear lured him away. So take him back! Oh, don't take him back. It's my fault. He had nothing to do with this. I sucked him into it. I don't care. Bottom line is he abandoned me. He should not be hanging out with me ever.
Right, but as long as he's got his teddy bear, he's always going to be a boy.
You are not helping your cause, or his for that matter.
So if you go down there and just talk to him.
Why would she want to do that? He abandoned her for a fucking teddy bear. I would, if I were the girl in the park, I would bail out immediately. Because no 35-year-old should be hanging out with a stuffed fucking bear. I don't care if it's his only friend. I don't care if it's his first friend. Eventually you have to fucking move on and be an adult. Because that is part of growing up. You have to be an adult. And that means getting rid of the stuff that you love and endure the most. Because otherwise, you're gonna be like Mr. Krabs in that episode of SpongeBob. Money or the woman of my true love. Take the fucking woman, you dumbass! Oh, and not too long after she leaves, Ted gets abducted. Remember that stalker I was telling you about?
He gave me an ouch.
Yeah.
Now, I have to give you an ouch.
Yeah, I can see why Ted doesn't want to be with this family. What kind of a dad, that being the stalker, raises a kid to rip on the toy? Oh, this is Sid from Toy Story. It's kind of like that, isn't it?
I love hide and seek.
So, he ingeniously plays a game of hide and seek to try and run away, except he gets abducted again by the stalker. They're trying to run away. And this is how they reunite. Are you fucking kidding me? Why in the fucking hell would you go back to him after he treated you like he was a fucking child? But no, because it's Ted and it's his first and only friend he ever had, he's gonna get her back. Which amazingly leads to, you're not gonna believe this, Fenway Park! Because, we are in Boston after all. He rips the pair in half and down he goes. By the way, I love how dramatic this fucking moment is. For just a stinking ripping of a bear! All you gotta do is stuff him back together and sew him! But no, we gotta treat him like he's an actual human being and he's dying! Oh yeah. Just be glad it's not Batman. Batman's on the other side of New York, the rival of Boston. Defending the fair citizens. Oh. More bad news for Bostonians. Not only does their beloved teddy bears on the brink of dying, but the Red Sox are apparently trailing the Yankees and the Rays in the division. Fuck you, Yankees! Oh, for crying out loud, it's not as bad as you think. Just sew the damn bear back together. No, we gotta create a dramatic ending for this, so let's make him pretend he's dying, even though he's a fucking bear! So they grab what little cotton fell off and try to stuff the bear back together. They try to sew him up, and he's no longer able to talk. Okay, that's fine and dandy. I mean, at least he gets to live with them again. I mean, come on, it's not the worst thing in the world. He fucking lives, doesn't he? Are you kidding me? Oh, and he messes with him.
I'm alive, Johnny. Oh my God, I'm alive. You're magical.
And you're not gonna believe how Ted comes back to fucking life.
Put somebody dumping in the wrong places, though. I'm a little fucked up. But will you take care of me forever and ever? Nah, I'm just kidding you. I thought it'd be funny if
You're an asshole, you know that? Yeah, you're not gonna believe this. Mila fucking Kunis brought him back to life by wishing on a fucking star. So she's apparently fine with him being with a bear. And the two get married, finally.
Ever after, having
Okay, shut up, Mr. Narrator, you're ruining my moment.
needed was each other.
So yeah, they get married, they're happy, they live happily ever after, and...
No, Sam, there's only one.
Oh my God! You got Flash fucking Gordon to recite the damn wedding. You have the worst fucking life ever. That's basically the ending. I'm not going to the exact ending. This is the ending. That's Ted. Well, that was an interesting movie. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some good moments. The plot is decent. The boy gets a bear. He gets to wish upon a star. He comes to life. But for God's sakes, who wants to live that fucking life? I mean, come on! If you were to choose between the bear and the girl, take the fucking girl! But, be that as it may, despite its unique and interesting moments, and that's putting it lightly, if you're looking for the closest thing to a Family Guy movie, and quite frankly, you ain't getting one in the near future, this is as close as you're gonna get. So, check out Ted. I believe it is worth your time, sort of. I'm the CommanderZander. Remember, until the sounds are great, doesn't have to, and these are you!